let's go. It's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over.
Let's do this in 3, 2, 1, and play. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I started watching like 30 seconds, so this is what I saw. It's raining.
My stomach quite like this one did. I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Dude, come on.
I'm sorry. Accuracy is important.
This is true. Accuracy is important.
He's missing.
But I do know it is Junior Detectives as well, due to the fact, of course, the title.
Thankfully,
and
no
John
case
too, you guess.
For the Junior Detectives. Excuse me.
Not sure how I feel about this yet, honestly.
Interrogate the suspects.
Witnesses.
It feels.
What do you remember?
I'll say.
I'm not
pretend
sure
this is
done,
Ren.
But I'm happy to cooperate.
Oh my gosh!
Age
Pretend this is
to
Ren.
full extent that I am able to.
But like always,
did they not just want to do the model for
like
Ren?
pulling teeth.
Did you not hear what I said?
This story checks out. Next.
Or did
I already told you.
obviously
I wasn't
Crow?
even there.
Oh wait,
Plus, I
wait.
don't talk to cops.
I see what they're doing here.
Whatever you two are. Ow! No, it's me. Remember?
On to the next perp.
I told you to stop calling me a perp. Do you even know what perpetrator means?
Of course I do. And for all we know,
Wait, who are you?
are the purple.
Oh, you're supposed to be pretending to be Nora now.
Not even Ozpin and
Oh my
Oscar
gosh.
know what happened to them. We were told not to fall, and they fell. That's it.
Ooh, that's gonna make a good thumbnail image.
We're lost. No leads.
Leadless.
We engaged
I did
in
notice that
spirited
everyone's
debate, squeezing our
using this
genius
as the
brains
thumbnail,
of
though.
Every last drop of detective juice.
Oh,
I'm so
that's
dry.
minstrel.
We almost gave up.
Oh, I gotta look at that screen a little bit more.
I've got it.
Nice. I mean, what is it, fellow detective?
The headmasters, Professor Ozpin,
Oscar.
and Professor Theodore.
Now, sure.
Oh,
you
yeah,
could say it
yeah.
makes sense that the two are meeting up a lot. They are in charge, after all.
Oscar and
Something
Theodore,
just didn't
okay.
feel right.
They kept taking lefts. Who would do
Hey, it's been a
Using
while
our
since we've
ultimate
seen those
self-disguise
lockers.
skills, we were able to
That's a
follow
nice throwback.
Oscar and eavesdrop on one of their meetings. We were shocked, startled even.
It wasn't just Oscar and Theodore meeting up, but Winter and Raven, two maidens.
Even more interesting, a mysterious girl was there too. Could
Okay,
she
I
be
feel like
some
we're getting
maiden?
a little bit
Told
more
you, there's no
information
way.
here.
Besides, there's no more room on our suspects board. No more new characters. I mean perps.
But then, before
Really?
we could really hear anything juicy, well, you showed up.
Yeah. Then we told you the whole story, and now you're all caught up. And why do you look so angry? Oh no, please spare us.
Really? So they turned into chibi versions there at the end?
Well,
Okay.
I guess the location of Team RWBY and John is still a mystery.
I just hope they know that we haven't given up. And I hope they haven't given up either.
And play. Okay. Starting
This
in
is the
vacuum,
very
huh?
first entry in what I guess is about to become my journal. Just feels like something you do when you want to keep your daily life in perspective. And now that I've been young and old and young again, it's not always easy to keep things in perspective.
So we're not getting a journal from the perspective of when he was in the Ever After.
Lost it for a little bit there.
But looks like we're getting it from
Being back with my team helps.
where he is
even
now.
though things aren't the same.
Okay.
Rin and Nora have their own thing they're working through, and I'm not the same boy they knew.
No,
On
you
the
aren't.
Rusted Night. Nora loves reminding people of that, by the way. They usually just look at her like it's some kind of inside joke they're not a part of. These days, I'd rather forget.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
I guess I was the Rusted Knight, but
Yeah, you are
the Rusted Knight wasn't really me.
part of history.
Who is
Part of
Jean
lore?
now?
Part of fairy tales? Oh.
Lately, I've been spending more time with the person I thought might relate most.
Oscar.
And how is that journal going?
I haven't quite started yet. Soon, though.
It'll help.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't feel like anything will. Don't get me wrong, I'm not unhappy to be back. I just
It's
feel
interesting. This is a very
place.
interesting concept.
like I've left the world by and it's done the same.
I would have thought
Believe
that the
me, I
journal
know
would
what
have been
that's
from
like.
his time
I've
in
been
the
the
ever after.
subject of a couple of fairy tales myself.
You mean Osmond has, right?
Of course. If you're not sure where to start, I do
Yeah, they
have a
did say in
suggestion.
the last episode
if
that
you'd
the
like.
merge
Sure.
Think about
was
the
getting
good times.
stronger.
What little they might have been that you spent in the ever after.
Just focus on the positive.
No, not like that. It might be able to help you remember what it was all for. And
What was it
rewrite
all
the
for,
story
huh?
in your own way.
Well,
The good times.
he was the rusted knight in order to
I remember
be
Alex and Lewis.
there waiting on
Those early
Team
days
Ruby.
of getting to know each other were magical. It's like I was living
Aw,
someone else's
Juniper.
life. For me, the secret that I knew a little of what was happening to all of us was exciting. Lewis was a puzzle, since he wasn't part of the story I knew, but he figured out really quickly that I knew more than I was letting on. We compared notes on Remnant. Oh, they couldn't believe I was from the faraway future. I couldn't believe they were from Vacuo. Back before the war. Before Huntsman. I remember the first time we tried to shop at the Garden Acre. They didn't have days of the week, so
Did ya?
they invented one. Splatter Day, just for us humans. You know, for a while, they ended up having Splatter Day every day because they didn't understand. But every Splatter Day, there was a farmer's market. Only
Really?
instead of buying produce, you bought farmers who would grow it for you
What, huh?
for a little bit.
That's
We'd roast things by the
interesting.
fire every night. But it was those campfires I remember most. Lewis writing everything down in his journal. The story he'd one day tell to help lead my friends to me. Oh, and in those early days,
Yes.
every night around the
That
campfire,
does make sense for it to
when I
be
tell
him that
them
wrote the books,
my story,
considering the name.
my adventures, oh, they always seemed so amazed. Which was weird because it was just my life. The mistakes I'd made. And the times I'd gotten lucky. It was like having my team back.
You did get lucky
People
quite
around
a
you
bit.
who make you feel more than you are. Or maybe they see you in a way you can't see yourself. It's the same kind of warmth that a good fire brings.
I was just about to
Laughter.
ask, are we going to get Peter
And a
in the
good
middle?
meal. I see those campfires all across Vacuo at night, and I wonder what people are sharing, what they're building, the hope they're stoking, and what they'll be saying when this is all
Gosh,
over.
Sean. It's kind of feeling a little bit of a downer here, but
I guess
I
maybe
know
there's
it's
something to this
positive in
after
the
all.
end.
Perspective.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna make it?
Around that campfire.
Oh, really?
Did
This
it
is
matter?
your answer, huh?
No. No, I guess it didn't.
Okay. And play.
Deep in the branches of the great tree stood a somewhat brave creature.
Yes.
Ready to start
That
a new
is
journey
Ruby's
with
voice.
A trusty steed, Juniper.
Juniper!
I can do this.
Yes,
We
you
do
can.
this.
We
Together,
can, together.
We can do anything.
They were right to be somewhat nervous. Having a new purpose can be tough, and this was an
Huh.
important one at that.
Let's go.
Okay,
You see,
we're talking about
things had been a bit different in the
Purpose.
Ever After lately. Tasked by the blacksmith, they were given a somewhat ambiguous quest. Find what feels wrong. When asked where to look, the blacksmith simply replied,
find what feels
do
wrong.
what your heart desires. Do what feels right. Still somewhat unsure of where to go,
Huh.
they first followed their hearts to the newly rebuilt acre of the genial gems.
The genial gems, huh? Okay.
Everything looks so shiny. Excuse me. Excuse me. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
They were somewhat sad to be ignored, but also marveled at the gem's concentration. You see, the gems once had a hero that helped them day in and day out. But
Rusted Knight.
because of that,
Yep.
they thought not of themselves.
Aww.
Oh, we do not mean to be rude. We are just busy, said a nearby gem. The more that we help ourselves now, the more we can help others in the future. I, however, am currently resting, an important part of physical activity, so I can assist you.
Is this
It
going to
makes
be
me
a
happy to make you
PSA
happy.
for
To
everyone to
explain,
go get
It
some
makes
rest?
me less happy to tell you that we have seen no ordinary or out of ordinary things of late. Just ourselves.
Thank you.
Next, their heart desired
Okay,
a sweeter
so-
smell.
Okay. Let's go over here.
Did something bad happen here? I hope everyone is okay.
Hawkers.
Yes, they reply. But we've all come together, and because of that, we're stronger. Finding nothing wrong, they were somewhat discouraged. Their heart led them nowhere.
Yeah, but you smell that food, right? Have a good time.
How may
eat
I
that
assist
food.
you? The herbalist asked.
Oh, we're not yet ready to return to the tree. We still have our purpose.
I see. May I ask a small favor? There is an afterin in need. Please, do what feels right.
So you're going to do the favor, huh? Because it feels right.
This place feels wrong.
Guided not by their heart, but an afterin in need, they entered the empty Crimson Keep. Typically ruled over by the loyal guards of the Red Prince, no such army appeared to be present. After searching and searching, they finally stumbled upon a lone occupant.
Is it the prince? Yeah,
The Red Prince himself.
it is.
Where is everyone?
Without looking up, the prince muttered,
Gone.
I sent them away.
Oh,
How could one expect
Thought
them
he
to
was
be
gonna
ruled
say
by
gone.
someone like me?
Who is someone like you?
The prince's trance on the game piece finally broke, and the two locked eyes for the first time. You seem familiar.
As do you.
is the prince
I wonder
going to
if we
go
used to
to
be
the
friends.
herbalist?
The prince smiled.
Huh.
I wonder. Please, sit. Let's play a game.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I have a job.
As do I, the prince interrupted. And if you beat me, I'll happily help you with yours.
So, what is your purpose?
To win this game.
Wow.
That doesn't seem very fair. What if my purpose
Bigger
was
than
to
I
win
thought.
too?
Such is the way of our life.
What if it doesn't have to be? I'm still new here, but I've met loads of afterins and people that have grown and found new things
So is
to
that
do,
what you're going to call
even
them?
without going to the
Afterins?
tree.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe you could teach others to win. Speaking of, I won! I think? I'm sorry.
Huh.
After a long silence, the Red Prince finally spoke. Thank you for playing with me, little one. I've learned a lot.
Did you?
That felt right.
It seemed that more than a somewhat big impression had been left on the prince, and there was one less wrong thing in the ever after.
Really?
Their purpose complete, they desired nothing more than a rest after their grand adventure. Unfortunately, life is seldom as straightforward.
Wait, hold on.
That's when they saw someone that they were somewhat not prepared to see.
Who we got here? Is it the blacksmith?
You're back!
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to see it. And play. Okay, the music tells me she's got some
So,
plans.
what exactly is this big surprise all about?
I wouldn't call it big exactly.
What are you wearing a jacket
You've
for
been
in the
hyping it up since
desert?
It's actually kind of small.
What have you
So
got?
a
Well,
small
I was going to say something
It's
about
more
long
exciting
sleeves,
than a
but
surprise.
So I
there's
should
a
be
lot of
excited,
people
but
who
not
Too excited?
wear long
I
sleeves
don't
and
know.
coverings
Maybe it's
and all
dumb.
sorts of stuff
Got
in the
it.
desert, so
Setting
I can't say nothing.
expectations to moderate for a surprise that may or may not be cool.
Perfect.
Yep. Perfect around. What? Why are you blushing?
Why are you being weird?
I'm not weird. You're the weird one.
Huh?
It's just been a while since we got to do the sisterly thing.
You're right.
Okay.
And if you make this no fun, I probably just won't
Uh-oh.
ever want to be
She
sisters
turned Chibi
again.
on you.
See how dumb that sounds? Ow!
Excuse me. Are you Ruby?
Yep. That's me. I'm a Ruby.
You're the girl who sent the message. The one who brought the world together.
Oh my goodness, can we take a
Is
picture?
this a surprise?
Oh, yeah, happily. Okay, where do you want to take it? Am I taking the photo? I am never getting used to that.
Still wanting those normal knees,
Huh.
huh? Personally,
So
I
we're
think it's
going
about
back to
time
that
everybody knew
little
how
quote,
cool
huh?
my sister is.
I never imagined
I don't
all
want these
this.
knees. I want normal
Here
knees.
in Vacuo, they need more than a mascot.
It's not too much.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, Yang? You brought me to All the flavors, the milk
Oh.
smoothies, the boba.
That's the name of the episode, Boba.
Is it the right amount of exciting?
Are you kidding? Why did you even downplay this? That brought back so many memories.
Apparently they closed up shop and patch and relocated here with the rest of the refugees from Vale.
Remember how we used to come here with Dad after school?
Huh.
It used to be a once-a-month treat, but by the time we were done at Signal, it was almost twice a week. Do you wonder why he's not here? With everybody else?
Oh.
I know Crow said he's on assignment, but what's more important than here?
Maybe we don't have the full picture.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the full picture?
Some things you just need to be there for. Ruby, about what happened in the ever after.
Which part?
Yeah, which part?
Don't need an explanation. I think I get it. It doesn't even matter if I do, completely.
Yang,
I understand my part in you feeling like you couldn't talk to anybody about what you were going through. And that it's hard to even know what you're going through when you're in the middle of it. I just need you to know...
So now we're just really heavy
you're not
all of a sudden.
alone. You can't be alone. Not with the world the way that it is. And not with what we and our team have all been through. We're not going back to the version of Team RWBY where you put everything on your shoulders. Where we put everything on your shoulders.
So pretty much in a nutshell,
From
she's
now
trying
on,
to tell Ruby, hey,
we do it together.
you got us. Quit thinking you
As
don't.
it turns out, the hardest thing about being a leader is asking for help. I thought I wasn't allowed.
Oh,
Thank you,
jeez.
Yang.
Of course a leader's
Bad news, though.
able to ask for help.
I still don't know how to
I
do
better
it.
stop.
Well, maybe we need a code word. So we know when we're feeling overwhelmed but don't know how to ask.
What's the
How
code word?
about Boba?
Boba.
Yeah. Boba.
Okay.
By the way, you promised we would go shopping like weeks ago. When's that happening?
That's your priority right now?
I'm done. Pass it off to y'all. Hit the like, tickle to subscribe. Don't be texting and driving. And as Mr. Rogers always says,
And I like you as you are. I do.